should be a bit okay, this time should be somewhere else. Okay, should be at around here. And again, lines. You can draw that again, you can draw this again, draw that again, and again. Okay, because many times happen you actually spawning in this very area, and you always wondering why not here. Well, usually, or you spawn here, but you actually spawn behind the area because it's perfectly normal. I like to spawn over there. It depends where my guys are located on this very map. Okay, so you can spawn pretty much in those areas. Okay, few meters away doesn't count. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, positioning, but most people love to do that from very high teams as well. They're gonna put one guy here, one up, and pretty much the spawn is gonna happen in this very area. Okay, it's more or less. Even you can spawn behind C, you can spawn over here. Okay, but I was recommending take your guys, 5 of you on the server, on the very server, and you know, do some random spawns. Okay, it's very much matters how many people you have. Okay, you have to understand, if you have a guy here and you do a random, okay, well, let's just give you example. Possibly you're gonna spawn there. I'm not gonna tell you where now. Okay, and then you do a different situation. You got a guy here, you spawn on that very guy, and you do a random spawn. Okay, and if you do a random spawn and one more random spawn is gonna happen on the very same guy next to it. Okay, so take one guy up here, do a random spawn, take one more and do a random spawn. Okay, it applies on every single map. It depends where are your guys are located, and when you do a random spawn, remember, 3 guys alive, you do a random spawn. Okay, let's just give you an example. Possibly it's gonna spawn here because of the lines. You can draw that up very much. Okay, most of the time triangle matters. And if you do one more spawn randomly, it's gonna happen here again. But on this very map, actually, a bit of switch, if I can say that. Okay, because they can spawn continuously in this very area, or here, doesn't matter, you guys are the same position. If your random spawn guy just gonna kill yourself, it's gonna happen like that. Okay, so simple is that. But many players are complaining, you know, the spawns are completely random. Okay, those are not random. It depends where your guys are. Okay, it's very simple is that. Okay, just gonna wait for the advertisement to disappear. It's gonna happen in a second. Like Dawnbreaker, okay, typical map, or rest of them, same applies for every single map. Okay, you're gonna have to make your positioning. While in the last couple of days I played loads of versus game, and honestly people got no freaking idea what's positioning, seriously. Okay, what happens? You have A, you have B flag, and you got a guys here, and you were maybe up here, but you been killed. Okay, doesn't matter. If you do a random spawn, then pretty much you're gonna spawn in this very area. Okay, it's perfect, because what most of the time happens, people, they just flank a bit to A. Okay, and the best thing is these guys are gonna hear that. Okay, so you have to communicate and spawn. The positioning is right. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, the random guy, you gotta have to see where needs to be the spawn. Is it body spawn or just simply random spawn? One more time. You can draw these very lines again up here. Okay, it's not so perfect. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna start it again. It's just not what I wanted. Okay. So make it like that. It's more understandable, possibly. Because the map is slightly different. Okay. Well, it is but a tiny bit. Okay, that's it pretty much. You want to make a perfect one, you can add like that. Okay, now you understand. Okay, this is how it works. Spawns. Do you remember? You spawn here, you can spawn here, and you actually spawning in this very area. As I mentioned, you can actually put your guys down there. Okay, simple as that. You can actually spawn in this very area again. It covers every single line, to be honest, where you spawn. Okay, sometimes you're wondering why you spawn here. It happens because your guys are pretty much lazy and they very much staying in this very area. Okay, that's why you're gonna spawn here. Again, I truly recommend take 5 guys and go on the server, do some random spawns, even you have 2 guys alive or just 1, and then check how the spawns are gonna work. Okay, it's pretty much simple. Okay, I cannot tell you how simple is that, but it's kind of hard to use it. Okay, there's always an exception how you can break such a thing. Okay, normally if you cover A and you want to spawn on C, yes, you can do it because you move the guys up here and you gotta have to move with them as well, pretty much in this very area. Okay, you're gonna have to move up here. Then what's gonna happen? The enemy is gonna spawn here. Okay, in this area. They're gonna go back on A, which is completely normal because you move up the guys. Your random guy is gonna spawn behind C, and you just turn. Okay, so normally you turn around, and that's it. That's how it works, and pretty much 2 guys gonna kill all these. Okay, just again, you put 4 guys, 1 of them dead. From this point you move up, he's gonna do a random and you're gonna end up here. Okay, not exactly, but in this very area. Okay, and it's pretty much you just need to turn around because they already spawning. Simple, honestly. As I mentioned, take your guys again and try every single moment. Where are your people? Okay, it very much depends, because if you're gonna put guys here or you're gonna put guys here, it's gonna be different spawn. Or as I mentioned, well, this one doesn't need to be alive because we already know where is that gonna happen. It's pretty much gonna happen here. Okay, so this is where you're gonna spawn. So that's it. Don't make any big deal. This is how it works. It's so freaking simple. Okay, you can draw every single map for yourself if you want to, and just figure out how they're gonna spawn and where they're gonna spawn. Don't forget, there's always a primary main spawn area and secondary. Okay, you're gonna have to remember for that thing. Simple as that. Okay, hopefully it's been useful, especially for versus guys, because I had enough from people. They just freaking rushing and do nothing. Okay, like simple. He's been capping C, he's freaking moving up. Right, guys are already moving up to cap B. Okay, and no one stays here, and they're wondering why I'm lost C and why I got killed on B area as well. Doesn't matter, they cap, because the enemy is gonna spawn, they're gonna do this, that's not yours, and doesn't matter, they just simply gonna crash you at the middle. That's how it works. Okay, and one more very good thing, if you put the guy up here and pretty much try these, okay, you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna see why you're gonna spawn in this very area, or why you're gonna spawn here. Okay, let's give you an example. Your guy is on the catwalk. I just call this catwalk. Some teams are calling different way, and this is the only guy who's alive, and you do a random spawn. Well, you're gonna end up here. Okay, you're gonna have to move that person very much. Okay, this person controls again which area I'm gonna spawn. But hopefully, again, I cannot express myself, will be a tiny bit helpful for versus guys and for some teams as well. And honestly, that's it, simple. But maybe I make one more video, just cover a tiny bit more, because better to explain more than once, different way than just like leave it as it is at the moment. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time again.